This is the solution to written homework 20. Okay, so find the distance between these 2 points. So the distance formula is d equal to the square root of the difference in the x's squared plus the difference in the y's squared. And all that's really necessary is to route these into place. So that x we can put there, and this x there. And then to place the y's, we can place this y there and that y there. So the x's, the difference in the x's, and the difference in the y's. On this particular exercise, that is it is 5 minus negative 6 squared plus negative 2 minus 3 squared. So that would be square root of 11 squared at negative 2 minus negative 3 is negative 5 squared. And so that would be equal to square root of 121 plus 25, which is the square root of 146. And that's the exact answer, and that's the answer that I want, not some rounded answer. Okay, so let's plot. This says find all the values of c such that the distance between that point and that point is equal to 10. Plot the point 3, 0 and also 9c for each c you find. Okay, so the point 3, 0 is here. So 1, 2, 3. So that's the point 3, 0. And now, before we compute the values of c, let's plot x is 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this line here, oops, this line is x equal to 9. And the idea is that somewhere on this line, I want to find points that are distance 10 from the red point. So you can see by symmetry that if there's going to be one up here that's distance 10, then there also needs to be one down here that's distance 10. So one and another. Okay, so recall the distance formula. So we want to compute the distance from 3, 0 to 9c, and the distance formula is the square root of the difference in the x's squared plus the difference in the y's squared. So we'll route that x there and that x there. And we'll route this y there and that y there. So that we have d is the square root of negative 6, because that's 3 minus 9 squared, and then plus negative c squared, because that's 0 minus c. So the distance is the square root of 36 plus c squared. So now, what we do know is that the distance is 10. So we want d equal 10. So we can continue by saying that 10 is the square root of 36 plus c squared. And then now we want, this c is in the radical and we want it to be out of the radical. So we can move the radical to the other side by making that 10 squared. So 36 plus c squared. So that's 100 is 36 plus c squared. Subtract 36 from both sides, so that's 64 is c squared. So there are two values of c which will accomplish this. There is c is negative 8 and c is positive 8. So let's plot those. So we want one of the solutions. So to be clear, therefore the points are 9, negative 8, and 9, positive 8. So here's where x is 9, and 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is the point 9, negative 8, and this one the point 9, 8. Which is to say that this is distance 10, and this one is also distance 10. And that's the answer.